What up, it's your Timmons here. Here is my opening slash streaming segment where I talk about the films and TV that are premiering this week, whether they be in theaters, streaming, etc. Alright, here's what's coming out. Alright, hidden theaters, we got The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, which pretty much stars Nick Cage playing Nick Cage here. Now, if you guys don't know much about the story here, uh, actor Nick Cage ends up accepting a $1 million offer to attend a wealthy fan's birthday party, and things take a wildly unexpected turn when a CIA operative recruits Cage for an unusual mission. And taking on the role of a lifetime, he soon finds himself channeling his most iconic and beloved characters to save himself and his loved ones. This looks so fun. I mean, come on, you got Nicolas Cage pretty much playing one of the coolest roles of his career, which is, well, himself. Uh, you got Tiffany Hash, Ike Barinholtz, Pedro Pascal. This looks really fun, looks entertaining. I think this has some potential to be really decent. So hopefully it'll be so cool. All right. Also, we got the anime movie The Bad Guys. Salva reformed yet misunderstood criminals attempts to become good with some disastrous results along the way. Now, some of the voices include the likes of Sam Rockwell. You also got who else you got in this? Oh, Aquafina, Mark Maron, Anthony Ramos. You got some really cool cast members in this. It looks fun, looks cute, charming. Uh, DreamWorks usually makes some really decent stuff, whether it's the Shrek movies, whether it's I don't know Shark Tales or Madagascar. Trolls was pretty good, so I'm definitely down to check this one out. All right, also out we got the Northmen, which is directed by Robert Eggers, who of course gave us The Witch and The Lighthouse. Robert Eggers is back with which is an action-filled epic that follows a young Viking prince on his quest to revenge his father's murder. Now, this of course stars Alexander Skarsgård, Nicole Kidman, William Dafoe, Ethan Hawke. Looks really cool. I mean, I was not like the biggest fan of The Witch, but The Lighthouse was. Well, I still have no idea what the heck was going on in that. I really thought The Lighthouse was something cool, and this looks visually stunning. So it could be really interesting and nice to see Robert Eggers pretty much back on screen here, or back, in directing someone here. So it could be cool. All right. Also out, we got the movie called The Duke, which is sadly one of the final films from Notting Hill director Roger Mitchell and stars Helen Mirren and Jim Broadbent. It takes place in 1961, where a 60-year-old taxi driver, played by Broadbent, steals a gorgeous painting of the Duke of Wellington from the National Gallery in London. He sends Ransom a note saying that will return the painting if the government insists more in caring for the elderly. Now, of course, Roger Mitchell, he was a really cool filmmaker, so I'm definitely interested to check this out. To honor him. You got Helen Mirren, is always great. You got Jeff Broadbent, who's always terrific. This looks really interesting to check out, so maybe it could be good. All right, we got on Netflix this week. We got a movie called Along for the Ride, which stars Kate Bosworth as well as Dermot Mulroney, and it's based on a YA novel. The summer before college, Auden meets on the mysterious Eli, a fellow Islamic addict, while the seaside town of the Kobe sleeps. The two embark on a nightly quest to help Auden experience the fun, carefree teen life she never knew she wanted. This looks like them typical like YA based films. It could be interesting, could be a hit miss, who knows? But I have to wait to see how that one shapes up. We got a film called Petite Mayman, where Nellie has just lost her grandmother and is helping her parents clean out her mother's childhood home. She explores the house and the surrounding woods. One day, she meets a girl her same age building a tree house. Now, this is actually from the same director of Portrait with a Lady on Fire, which was pretty decent. Looks like a really interesting family based film. Really interesting to see. You see, the director goes for some like raunchy period piece film to a PG movie. That's an interesting turnaround. Now, this is of course a French movie, so it could be submitted obviously in the Oscar for best for our film. Who knows? But looks really interesting. All right, on Disney Plus, we got actually two movies coming on Disney Plus this week. We got Polar Bear, which is of course those Disney nature movies. Uh, it follows a new mother as she prepares to navigate motherhood in the challenging world that polar bears face today. Now, this is actually narrated by Catherine Keener. Now, destination movies have had some really cool movies, whether it's something like Oceans, Chimpanzees, or maybe Penguins was a pretty good one. This looks like another really interesting Arctic-based film too. So there's that. Uh, could be interesting. Looks cute, charming. Could be really cool. And I love Polar Bear, so why not? All right. Also on Disney Plus, we got The Biggest Little Farm: The Return, which follows John and Molly Chester's 10-year journey as they transform their land into a working film farm. Now, it is, of course, a follow-up to the 2019 documentary, which I know was a really interesting doc. This looks really cool. The first one was decent, so gonna be interested to see how this second one unfolds. All right. Also, we got a movie called Unplugging. Think of a rustic getaway with no cell service, internet, or social media is a romantic way to repair your marriage and sex life. Dig again. Meet Dan and Janie Dawson. The only spark in their bedroom is the war socket. Wow. Okay. Interesting cast here though. You got the likes of Matt Walsh, Avon Gart, Leah Thompson, Nicole Byer, Keith David. Looks pretty dumb, but hey, I do love a good dumb comedy, so it could be cool. All right, we also got a movie called Hostile Territory. In a post-Civil War America, when a unit soldier is presumed dead, his children are mistakenly sent away on the orphan train. Copy that. This is a Wild West story of people uniting for their greater good and children forced to grow up quickly. Looks like an interesting home video western, so could be cool, I guess. All right, we also got a movie called The White Fortress, and a rundown Sarajevo suburb. Um, Furak is an orphan who lives with his ill grandmother and spends the day foraging for scrap metal and dabbling in some petty crime. One day he meets Mona, a timid teen for a politically powerful and affluent family. As Mona dreams of escaping the overbearing toxicity of her home life, she seeks refuge and opens herself up to Farad, a boy from a world entirely different from her own. Looks like an interesting coming of age film here. Gonna be cool. All right, we also got a movie called Marvels in the Black Hole, which stars Real Perman, who's been some really cool stuff over the years. And it's about a teenage delinquent teams up with a surly children's party magician to navigate her dysfunctional family and inner demons. Could be interesting here. Rhea Perlman, I mean, of course, she's best known for like Cheers fame, so nicey, and of course, she's also part of the cast of the upcoming Barbie movie, so there's that too. This looks like it could be really decent. I always do love a good coming of age tale, and we got some really cool ones this week, so could be interesting. All right, we also got a movie called Cowgirl Song about an aspiring singer who goes to live with her grandmother, once a country music legend, but has fallen hard times after the death of her husband 5 years earlier. Now, this does star former Charlie's Angels star Cheryl Ladd. You also got Savannah Lee May and former America's Got Talent winner Dawson Lynn in her acting debut. So, I mean, I actually thought she was really good on America's Got Talent. She's, of course, the one with the puppets and all. This looks really interesting. Got some interesting music in this, so could be cool. All right. Now, we got a couple of documentaries premiere this week. The Revolutionary Generation, which is narrated by Michelle Rodriguez. The Revolution Generation is an exploration of the world changing activism and potential of the largest youth generation in history. The film shows examples of young leaders working to revolutionize systems that have failed their generation. It paints a powerful and hopeful picture of how today's youth can solve global political environment crisis. Could be interesting right there. Uh, we also got a documentary called Alan Pulica Going for Truth, which is a portrait of acclaimed filmmaker Alan J. Pulica, who of course directed some iconic movies such as To Kill a Mockingbird, All the President's Men, Presumed Innocence, Sophie's Choice, The Pelican Brief, and this of course pretty much talks about his some creation of the most memorable 20th century films today. Here, I always do love these type of documentaries, especially if it's about filmmakers or actors I'm aware of, and he's made some really iconic movies. I mean, To Kill a Mockingbird obviously is one of the most iconic films to date, so this could be interesting to check out. All right, on Netflix we got a documentary called White Hot on the Rise and Fall of Abercrombie and Fitch. Abercrombie and Fitch conquered Moors in the late 90s and early 2000s with gorgeous malls, pulsing dance beats, and a fierce scent, but their all American image shattered and exclusatory marketing and hiring practices come to light. Could be interested there. All right, now we got an anime film coming out this week called Charlotte, which features the voice of Keira Knightley, and it's about Charlotte Solomon, a young German Jewish parent flees Berlin on the eve of the Second World War and attempts to reinvent herself in the south of France. Now, the animation looks really cool. I really do quite like that animation style. Uh, could be interesting to check out, so have to wait to see how this one shapes up. Now, that's pretty much all the movies coming out. Now we got some other like interesting series that should premiere. Now we also got a docu series premiere, not just a documentary film, but a docu series called "Conversations with a Killer," which pretty much is unused tapes of John Wayne Gacy. All right, now if you guys don't really know much about much about John Wayne Gacy, he was pretty much like an American serial killer, and who pretty much killed young boys and men and stuff. I'm not gonna go too much details because I'm a public, but yeah, if you guys don't know anything about John Wayne Gacy, just Google him. You'll know what I'm talking about there. But I don't know. I don't know why, but I've always been fascinated with stories about killers, whether it's something about maybe Jeffrey Dahmer or maybe Ted Bundy. This actually looks like it could be really cool. Is it actually just premiere on Netflix? I believe yesterday. I gotta check this thing out. It does look really fascinating. All right, and Netflix is great when it comes to these like true stories about serial killers. Come on, Making a Murder has ever since Making a Murder came out and became popular. They Netflix has been having a habit of doing series about famed serial killers. So yeah. Anyway, all right. Now we also got Russian Doll season 2 with Natasha Leon returning. Pacific Rim: The Black season 2, which just premiered on Netflix. The Flight Attendant season 2 on HBO Max with Kelly Cuoco. I thought the first season was good, so look forward to checking out the second. Heartstopper comes to Netflix, where teens Charlie and Nick discover their unlikely friendship might be something more as they navigate school and young love in this coming of age series. Looks really interesting. And last but not least, we got Very British Scandal, which stars Paul Bettany and Claire Foy about the Duke of Argyll files for divorce in 1963 and the brutal case that plays out amid a media frenzy. It looks interesting. I mean, of course, they did do like a first season which had Hugh Grant in it and Ben Whishaw, so could be interesting to see how this second season unfolds. Could be cool. I mean, maybe Amazon's version of the Crown. I'm guessing, but that's pretty much all the films and shows coming out this week. Let me ask you guys, which of these films and shows are you interested in? Are you interested in Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, The Bad Guys? Are you even interested in checking out that Ted Bundy, that John Wayne Gacy dog? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notification. This is Him signing out.